In the third of our series of videos marking Black Vanilla's 10th anniversary, I'm going to talk about crisis management. So when considering best practice for handling a crisis, you may have heard the term golden hour. That refers to the period immediately after a crisis happens or reveals itself. The term originally referred to the period of time between the crisis occurring and the point at which the media would come knocking on your door. Of course, nowadays, thanks to online media and social media, the golden hour is more like minutes. But the fact remains that how you start your crisis management will set the tone of your campaign and make a critical difference to how well your brand manages and survives the problem. So how can you make the most of the first few minutes and hours at the very start of a crisis? Firstly, recognise what constitutes a crisis versus a minor issue. Is it highly emotive? Does it highlight an internal flaw or failing? Is it contentious, controversial, or have a significant impact on a large number of stakeholders or audience? And of course, is it likely to be of interest to the media, different pressure groups and other influencers? Knowing what you face and scoping out the consequences are vital first steps towards taking appropriate action. Secondly, communicate what you know as soon as you know it, even if you don't have all the facts to hand. Tell the audience what you know and when you will update them, and keep that promise. Simply tell people what you know and when they expect to hear from you again, and stick to the facts and never embellish. Never make assumptions or speculations. Then it's time to do more research and put a plan for next steps into place. Keep communicating and remember the 4 C's of every good crisis management statement: care and concern for those affected, control of the situation, and commitment to resolving. Of course, crisis management and your response to the golden hour becomes much easier if you have the right communication plans in place. Crisis communication planning means you'll have looked at the risk scenarios, considered how they might play out and the potential consequences. You'll have identified your issues management team, have pre-prepared statements to hand, lists of relevant media and stakeholders, and an agreed plan of action. Crisis planning means that you can tackle the issue on the front foot, helping your organisation to manage the problem more effectively and minimising the reputational damage and the impact on your bottom line. We can help you with your crisis communication plans and how to make the most of the golden hour, so please get in touch.